what's going on, everyone? It's Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. I hope everyone's doing very, very well after that fantastic result last night for Manchester United. Well, yesterday afternoon it was last night for me, but really great to score some goals. And guess what, guys? Guess what? We are in +4 goal difference, guys. +4 goal difference. Can you believe it? I cannot believe we've actually got a plus goal difference, guys. Can you believe that? Manchester United have a plus goal difference. Mad, isn't it? At the end of the day, Manchester United are back, guys. We're back. We're back, of course, guys. We're back. And Man United, I mean, goodness me. I mean, look, I'm going to be honest. Yesterday, it was a very pedestrian performance, but the key to Manchester United's success yesterday was our ruthlessness. We were ruthless in front of goal. We made the right choices, and this is what's going to improve under Ruben Amorim. No matter who plays, Man United will improve their ruthlessness in front of goal, because over the last year, 2 years, we've been incredibly wasteful when it comes to chances in front of goal, and this needs to change as Manchester United go forward. I mean, we've been known over the last 30, 40, 50 years, even throughout our history, we score goals, and that's what Man United are about. I mean, for me to celebrate us being +4 goal difference is good, because we've been minus goal difference for a very, very long time. And 4-0 against Everton is a good stepping stone, of course. And you know what? We got Arsenal coming up next week. In midweek, of course. It's going to be a hard game. Of course, it's going to be very difficult. But you know what? Survival of the fittest in the Premier League. It's survival of the fittest. And if you want to get to that level where we should be, you're going to have to play teams at Arsenal, and you're going to have to get a result. We used to do it under Sir Alex Ferguson against far better Arsenal sides, as we know. So, you know, we got to go to the Emirates and really impose ourselves. Martinez and Mainoo are suspended. I mean, I don't know about that, to be honest with you, the stipulations of why that occurred. You know what I mean? I'm not too unsure about why that happened, but they are suspended, unfortunately. But you know what? We can't cry about that. We have to move on and pick the team. Obviously, Luke Shaw can play in that left-sided centre-back. We've also got Ugarte could come in there. Bruno can move into that midfield. So it's not all doom and gloom, to be honest with you. But you know what? You would have liked to have a full squad there, of course, guys. Of course, but guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash a like on the video if you could do that for me. Let's read some of your comments, guys. Let's go through all the comments. Big up Kenny, how you doing? Been here from early. Big up Sal, Amir Masterclass against Arsenal and coming. We hope so. Fingers crossed, my friend. Fingers crossed. Good morning, Brian. How you doing, Brian? Before you give it to me, I got the 4 goals right, didn't I? I got the 4 goals right. Big up, everyone. Big up. Rasta, I see his style of play. The manager is bringing the January window, and in the summer, looking forward to see what he does. A great chance to home. The house is coming. Absolutely, Rasta. Lots of positivity is going to be at the end of the day. But obviously, one thing I liked about Ruben Amorim's post-match interview is that he weren't getting carried away. He was actually playing it down. And you know what? He didn't get giddy. He knows where we need to be to get to that level. And I like that, to be honest. If I'm being honest. Big up United Road. How you doing, my brother? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. The legend of Ushaman. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing good. Big up United Road. Thank you for joining me, my friend. Unfortunately, Sal, I have to accept Liverpool winning the league. I know it's going to hurt, but who's going to keep them? I mean, you never know, Kenny. I mean, we can't make a judgment in December. You never know what can happen going forward. A lot can happen. So let's wait and see. I'm not going to get a jump and say they're going to win the league. I mean, they're in a good position. That's one thing I would say. But I'm not. I mean, I would hope that they don't win the league, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, we put ourselves in this position where we, have to hope that another team doesn't win the league. You never know what can happen in this league. Of course, who knows? Man United might go on an absolutely incredible run and absolutely overtake them. Who knows? That can happen. You know what? I'm always keeping hope. Glass half full, of course. Absolutely, everyone. Big up, everyone. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Just going for work, going to get some rest. Get some rest, Rasta. Big up. Good to see you, my friend. Good to have you here, my friend. Good to see you. As you hope it wasn't too bad, of course, guys. Big up, Pearl. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. United Road, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, of course. Absolutely. Asif, morning to all in the lobby. Sal, looking smart as always. Thank you, Asif. Thank you very much. So are you. Thank you very much, Asif. Big up, fan. How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well. I told you so. Let me say I told you so. I always said we're going to win. I said we're going to score 4 goals. I don't know why everyone's talking to me. I said we're going to score 4 goals. And lo and behold, We won 4 goals. I said we score 4. I'm the only one who said we're going to score 4 goals. You know what I mean? There we go. There we go. I see Amram saying in his post-match interview, do not hype the performance compared with the midweek game. It was not a good performance. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. The performance was not absolutely incredible. It wasn't. And when we're, this is going to happen when you have a new manager in there, a new style of play, a new philosophy, etc., that the performances are not going to be perfect. But you know what's important is the result. Man United still need to get results, despite it being early days, etc. The performances and the style of play will show itself very, very soon. It has only been about 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks, hasn't it? It is only Ruben Amram's 3rd game in charge of Manchester United. So it will take time for us to get that formation, to get the style of play implemented properly, of course. And obviously, when new players come in, when the Ruben Amram players come in, then we're going to see a completely different animal. But one thing I've seen something I haven't seen for a very, very long time. I've seen an assertiveness. I've seen a ruthlessness, within Man United coming back. And you know what? Yesterday I saw that. And there has been times under the Sir Alex Ferguson period where we didn't play well, but we won games. Sometimes we win games 5-0, but didn't play well. And it sort of reminded me of that yesterday when we were playing. Okay, we were getting slow into the game. We had a bit of luck with the deflected goal, and then from that goal, we finished the game. Over the last few months and years, we scored a goal and we sat back. We haven't really gone and killed the game. That's the problem. Do you know what I mean? But now, yesterday, I saw a different side to us, which I enjoyed very much, of course. Irfan, we don't have to bash Ten Hag to praise. Absolutely, he continued into our current good run. Those are players brought in. The only thing he couldn't do right was to the same intensity. Irfan, spot on, my bro. Spot on, absolutely. And this is one thing we don't knock managers who've played their part in our history. At the end of the day, meant much of this squad. A big part of it is the thank for Ten Hag. I mean, Mainu, Garnacho. You know what I mean? Ahmad is getting his chances, under Ruben, obviously Ten Hag, but obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer put Ahmad in, but he got his real chance under Ten Hag, of course. You think about De Ligt, you think about Licha, you think about Mazraoui, you think about, Ugarte and Casemiro and all that. These are Ten Hag players. So these are good players. These are good players. And Ten Hag probably left Man United in a better position than Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer left Man United. So, you know what? I wish Erik Ten Hag the best of luck in the future, of course. Big up everyone. Loving the manager. To so honest and actually telling them not hype the teams is back on the back. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Let me just get in some of these quotes from Mr. Ruben Amram, of course, guys. Just want to get some of these comments that he made yesterday into the stream, if you don't mind. So let's get firstly. We had a few comments, obviously. Firstly, we had a comment from Ruben Amram in regards to Ahmad. So Ahmad, in regards to Ahmad, he said he is really big in talent. He is really big in talent, but small inside. He did a great job, but he also has to improve. He is a great moment. Ruud van Nistelrooy helped him a lot in his games in charge, and now he's helping me. He's complimenting Ruud van Nistelrooy, the class of Ruben Amram. He makes it about someone else, which is fantastic. Complimenting Ruud van Nistelrooy in regards to Ahmad's performances. Ahmad has been brilliant. Ahmad is a generational, and we're absolutely delighted he plays for Manchester United. Of course, we have to thank Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We have to thank him for. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Like, just because a manager doesn't work out, every manager has brought something good to Man United. You know what I mean? Even if it's something small, even if it's a player, something. And we're building, of course, guys. We're building, of course. He goes on to say, you can't just focus on the result. You have to focus on the way the result appeared. Like before the game, we have so much to do, but it is better to work with victories. Let's focus on the performance more than the result. And there you go, guys. There you go. Nothing, no overhyping, no getting a little bit giddy. No, that's a great result for Man United. We move on. We're really confident and blah, blah. It's like we have to do better. Man United have standards, and this is the one thing of Ruben Amram. He understands those standards. And that's what I like about Ruben Amram. If I'm being honest, he understands our standards, of course. Ruben Amram and Joshua Xerxes, he said, it is everything for the player. He did a great job. It is good for his confidence. We had an idea. We needed fresh legs. The players are helping a lot. Congratulations to them. There you go. One thing I was happy about Xerxes yesterday. I actually felt chuffed for the guy. I felt very happy about Xerxes' performance yesterday. I really did, because Xerxes is a young player. And he's going to need nurturing. He's going to need his players around him to push him, to give him confidence. And yesterday, we helped him by assisting him. Ahmad assisted him. And it was brilliant, because we know that Xerxes is a good player. I mean, you don't become one of the players of the season in Serie A if you're not a good player at the end of the day. And I'm glad he scored a couple of goals yesterday. When was the last time we had two players on a brace? When was the last time we had two players with 2 goals? I can't remember it, to be honest with you. Marcus Rashford has been speaking as well. It's early on, but I feel energized and ready for the next game. The game has only just finished, but the next one is always the focus for the players. Good mentality, good comments from Marcus Rashford. Of course, in regards to Arsenal game, of course, we got a big, massive game against Arsenal. I want them to walk the walk. No more talking the talk. Arsenal's the big game. We know that, for now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I hope we win the game. It would be such a big statement for Manchester United. But even if we can grab a draw at that game, we are early in our, obviously, development in the new regime, of course. So, even if we go to that game and we draw that game, it won't be such a bad result, But, we have got a lot of difficult games to go. If we go and win that game, what confidence would that do to Manchester United? People are saying, oh, we're back, etc. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Ruben Amram spoke again. He said, you can feel that we have a long way to go. You can feel that in the first few minutes where we were okay, but then Everton controlled the game. And that is true. I agree. Everton did control the game for large parts, of course. Then we got the goals in the right moment, and that changed the game. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? That's football. Football is a game of fine margins. In regards to football, you just need that spark to ignite something. And it's exactly like with Xerxes. I hope he has that spark that's going to ignite his career, because that could ignite his career, of course. Just those 2 goals could ignite his career. It's a bit like Man United yesterday. We were performing very averagely. We were frustrated in the opening half an hour, but then Man United got a goal where we just completely controlled the game. And that's what we need to do. You need that moment, need to take that moment. And then that can change the game, of course. And hopefully going forward, we can start controlling games from the first minute to the 90th minute. Do you know what I mean? Because at the moment, we're not really controlling the games the way we could, of course. The result was good, but we were pragmatic. It was not pretty, but we were pragmatic. We did our job, which is to win. Absolutely. Most importantly, we won the game, guys. That is the most important aspect of the game, is that we won. And we didn't play well. But the sign of a good team is a team that plays badly and wins the game, of course. And that is what we haven't been doing over the last few years. We played badly and lost or drawn. So this is obviously a very, very important game in regards to what we envision in the future of Manchester United, what we can see, that we're playing badly, but we're still winning games. And that is what I like. Even against Bodo Glimt, we didn't really play great, but you know what? We won the game. We won the game, and that was most important, of course, guys. Of course, Marcus Rashford spoke. The connection is going to build and grow. The more we get used to him, come in. Ruben Amram has come in a busy period, and hopefully the connection keeps building and growing. He's come in with a great attitude, and it's passed on to the players. Marcus, attitude is two-way thing, my friend. Attitude is a two-way thing, Marcus. Yes, he's coming with a great attitude, but all our managers have had a great attitude. Okay, all of our managers have had a great attitude. It's about time now the players start showing the attitude that we want to see. Of course, we want to see a good attitude from Manchester United players now as well, of course, which we saw yesterday. Absolutely. The atmosphere is one of the most special things about this club, and playing at this great stadium is always a great feeling. Nice comments from Marcus Rashford. Of course, nice comments. I mean, we know about, obviously, Marcus Rashford, and you know what? We know about the stadium. We know about Old Trafford. It's a magical place, the theatre of dreams. Of course, guys, it is a magical place. So, yeah, I agree with that for Marcus Rashford. He also said, we all as individuals want to get back to our best and then push to improve. So even in the bad moments, you are done. You are done the right thing. You are doing the right thing, of course, guys. So even in the bad moments, you are doing the right things. And that is what happened yesterday, because Man United won the game and played badly. But at the moments, those key moments, you do the right things, and you make the right choices, of course. And yesterday, I felt that we did that very, very much so, of course, guys. So that was the comments from yesterday's game, the feedback from yesterday's game. Let's go through some more comments from you lovely people, of course. Absolutely. Where was I? Absolutely. Let's go. Yeah. Big up, everyone. Big up. Amarim praised Rude for the Ahmad performance. There you go. Absolutely. I just read the comment. Of course, guys, a very, very unselfish comment from Ruben Amarim praising Ruud van Nistelrooy. And that shows a lot about the man, doesn't it? It shows a lot about where his mentality is, what a great character he is, and what aura this manager has about him. It's fantastic, isn't it? Absolutely. Big up, Irfan. Big up, of course. Irfan. Not the perfect game. Still lots of unforced errors. Any current top six would have punished us. And this is where we have to learn, Irfan, isn't it? And this is where we have to obviously think about the Arsenal game, that we can't make those mistakes in the Arsenal game. We have to be more composed. But what I saw yesterday was a ruthlessness. And I think that was the most positive thing about us. Defensive shape, we're a little bit suspect at the moment. We don't look strong in midfield. Against Arsenal, I maybe might look at trying to make it a little bit more tighter, the game a little bit more narrow than it actually is. But you never know what can happen in these type of games. Of course, less pressure on the game against Arsenal, because, you know, Arsenal, everyone's expecting us to lose, of course, everyone. So it's up to us to prove those people wrong and prove Arsenal fans wrong, because the last thing I want to do is lose to Arsenal, guys. That's the last thing I want to do. And I want Man United to win that game, you know. But even if we draw that game, I don't think it'll be as bad as it is. We are a work in progress, guys. We are a work in progress, and we have to understand that it's not going to be plain sailing, smooth sailing all the way to the end of the season. We're going to have difficult moments. And it's important that when those difficult moments come, is that we respond to those difficult moments and we show character in those difficult moments. Yesterday, we had difficult moments, not as hard as it would be against the Arsenals and Liverpools and Man Cities of this world, but we responded to those difficult moments and managed to squeeze the game and ended up winning the game fairly comfortable, of course, guys, which was very, very important going forward, of course. Kenny, big up our fan. You said that we win 4-0, I think. He said 3-0, I think. 3-0. I said 4-2. Unfortunate for me. Yes, I said I did a mixed stream. Remember, I said we need a clean sheet to take us on top of the club's 19 points. We're plus 4 goal difference, guys. We're plus 4 goal difference. Ruben never hesitate to sub players like Bruno, De Ligt, and Mazza at the right time. But that is a good point, Paul. That's a fantastic point, because he took off Bruno and he takes off certain players when other managers wouldn't do that. No matter what the motive was to take those players off, he took them off anyway. Whether it's to rest those players, whether it was a tactical decision, he made those changes. When we haven't seen those changes over the last few years, of course, where players have been taken off. You know what I mean? Bruno would have played to the 95th minute. Do you know what I mean? For example, you know, those players would have played all the way to the end, to the bitter end, of course. Irfan, hope this is not wash, rinse, and recycle. I'm tired of that movie now. Me too, Irfan. You know what I mean? I watched the Groundhog Day movie many times. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and we don't want Groundhog Day. Do you know what I mean? We don't want any more Groundhog Day. We want a different, obviously, story this time. We want a different movie with a happy ending this time. Do you know what I mean? That's what we want, of course. Brian, apart from the Glazers, the club is in good hands now. Yeah, it's in good hands. Hopefully, in the future, one day the Glazers will sell. One day. We hope so, that the Glazers lead the football club, because that's what we want. We want the Glazers to lead the football club ultimately, don't we? Because we're fed up with the Glazers at the football club. We're really fed up with them, to be honest, guys. Absolutely. 6 points off third, and we are 9 games on Ten Hag, where we won 3 out of 9. Only themselves to blame if we don't get top 4. No, we can't look in hindsight, Saeed. Hindsight is that Erik Ten Hag done great things for this football club as well. Let's not forget that. We have to forget about Erik Ten Hag and move on, because at the end of the day, we thank him for his service. It didn't work out. Good luck in the future. We move on. At the end of the day, we don't know what would have happened in the past, if they would have sacked him, if it would have been better or not. One thing is we live in the present and we live now and what's going on now. And that's what we do. Let's forget about the past. Let's wash that away. You know what? In fact, sometimes adversity can work in your favor. Over the last 100 years, well, I supported Man United for 40 years. And let me tell you something. Our adversity has been just as important as our wins. In 95-96, in 94-95, we lost the league title to Blackburn Rovers. We ended up winning the double in 95-96. Of course, we can't win anything with kids. In 1991-1992, we lost the league title to Leeds United. Very, very tight league battle in 1991-92, but we ended up winning the title for the first time in 26 years in 1992-93. In 1997-98, we lost the league title to Arsenal, but we ended up winning the title and treble in 98-99, as we all know. Our adversities are just as important as our victories. And this is the mentality that we have. Like, at the end of the day, what happened has happened, but we look forward and we try to use the pain that we've had over the last 10 years in our advantage and try and win, try and get back to where we need to go, of course. Big up GK, big up GK. I don't know. Can we get to 70? You never know. Penny, so that's where we need to capitalize, get 3 points every game. We can't get 3 points every game. No team gets 3 points every game. Big up. Well, which area do you think Amarim will strengthen on or bring in his own players? Let's not argue, but be honest. And where do you leave untouched? The place I leave untouched at the moment, I would say there's not many places that need to be untouched. If I'm being totally honest with you guys, I think we need one player in every position. I believe that, Irfan. I think we need one more striker, one more midfielder. Maybe one or two defenders as well, especially the fact that we're playing wing backs and the three at the back. I do believe that we need another defender in there. I mean, we've got Yoro, we got Licha, we got Delit, of course, as well. You know what I mean? Evans will be leaving the club. Lindelof will be leaving the club. Maguire hasn't signed a new contract. He could possibly leave the club as well. So that is a bit of an issue. If Anthony leaves, and we might have to replace Anthony. If one of those players leave, we might have to replace him. I'm not saying they're going to leave, but it could be a possibility that they might leave. You know, we do need left. But if I was going to pick one position in the whole squad, it's the left wing back position, the left back position, the left side. We need to fix, guys. It's been ages. I mean, at the beginning of the season, I've been talking about the left side, of course, guys. And I've been preaching that non-stop, preaching the left side. And, you know, to the left, like Beyonce, to left. Absolutely, I've been preaching it. But you know what? Hopefully that gets fixed. And I trust in Ruben Amorim's plan. I do. I mean, I trust it. And if it doesn't work under Ruben Amorim, fingers crossed it will work under Ruben Amorim, then you know what? What do? We hold our hands up. Might as well quit football and become a monk. What the hell? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, but football is football, and you know what? We can change it around. The great thing about football is that, you know what? You're only as good as your last game, and you can always have the next game to improve it. Now, we won 4-0 against Everton. You know, that is a great result, whoever the club is. If it's Man City, if it's Arsenal, if they win 4-0 against Everton, that's a fantastic result. You know what I mean? But we're going to scrutinise. We're going to say certain parts of our game are not good enough. But against Arsenal, we will be ready. You know, we will be ready for what Arsenal threaten us with. Arsenal are not as great as they seem, you know, as they're made out to be. Let's not get it twisted. We can get results there. It's not impossible. If teams in the Europa League can get results at Arsenal, why can't we? If Sporting Lisbon can go to Arsenal and knock Arsenal out of the cup, why can't we? You know what I mean? In regards to getting a result in the league, of course, guys. GK, Ahmed press at the right wing. We want a left wing back also. We do need recover in those positions as well, as I've been talking about. We need cover in the left wing back and the right wing back. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done at Man United, of course, in regards to players in, players out. Lots of players out are just as important as the players in, of course, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. Assalamu alaikum, walaikum salam, Sunny, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I think winning Europa League is more realistic, Kenny. I think we can win Europa League. Spurs are the only real threat in there. But you know what? Let's not discount any of those other teams. Those other teams are good as well. Let's not be disrespectful to them. But you know what? Tottenham Hotspur are the only real team that, you know, can really cause us a problem. But I personally believe that we will win the Europa League, of course, guys. I personally believe that. And don't forget, then I bought Anana, and I can tell you a good goalkeeper who keeps saving the team, etc. David De Gea. There's a lot of good things, fan, that Eric Ten Hag done with the team, and you know what? It is a bad thing to go back in time and start criticising Eric Ten Hag when we knew altogether as a collective the problems that occurred last season on and off the pitch, of course, guys. So let's not go down that road. Let's try and get into a more of a positive realm and try and build up Man United and try and think about the future and let's try and win things, of course, guys, because that is what ultimately it's about. We're not going to dwell on the past. Now, we just need to move on to the future because at the end of the day, it's been bad, hasn't it? But with every rainy day, there's a silver lining, there's a sunny day in the distance. You know what I mean? And that's what we have to remember. Absolutely, absolutely. Who should play left wing back versus Arsenal? For me, Luke Shaw's going to play left sided centre back. I believe because of obviously Licha Martinez is out, but in the left wing back position, I will play Mazraoui. I will play Mazraoui on the left wing back position, and I'll play obviously Dalla on the Ahmad, on the right wing back position. I won't play Dalla on the left wing back position. I don't think he's good there, especially against a team like Arsenal. They're going to cause us problems and stuff like that, in my opinion. I don't know how Ten Hag played Forson over Ahmad. Weird to me that, and he said Anthony was better in training. Look, you know what? Not every manager is perfect. Every manager has his own way of playing. You know what I mean? But that's the past, of course. Casemiro going to play against on Wednesday, constantly giving the ball away, will get punished, and Rice and Odegaard in there. Look, you know what? What we have to understand is that Arsenal are Arsenal. Arsenal are Arsenal. They're not as great as you think they are. Trust me, they're not. We have to keep it in our head. They're not. Are they winning European trophies? Are they winning Champions Leagues? Are they doing that? No, they're not. You know what I mean? Because they're not that good. Do you know what I mean? So we need to understand that and not show them too much respect when we go in that game and the midweek. Right, we be ready. We be ready for that game. We have to be ready for that game, and I'm sure we will be ready for that game. At the end of the day, this is Arsenal against Man United. But one thing I would say, if it does go wrong, right, if we lose the game against Arsenal, which I hope we don't lose, don't get carried away. We're not going to sit here and be angry and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, we are in transition. This is a different Man United, and certain players are going to drop off. I said it before Ruben came in, that certain players will drop off. Certain players will succeed. Certain players will drop off, of course. I wonder who Terry Flores is going to support on Wednesday. We all know who he's really going to support, isn't it? Wink, wink. Big up, Zia. Big up, big up, big up. It's a Terry Flowers derby. It's a 6-pointer for Terry Flowers, guys. It's a 6-pointer for Terry Flowers. He's an Arsenal fan, guys. I'm from East London, Leighton, to be honest with you, and I know Terry Flowers is an Arsenal fan. He lived in the same area as me. So yeah. So whoever wins, absolutely. He's happy either way. I might be wrong, but the first time I felt Xerxes has got that edge to be a Man United player, it will be given a supplier in goal scoring position. Absolutely. And we obviously, I hope so. I hope so, Asif. One thing we have to do is obviously give him time and let him, you know what I mean, not overhype it. But you know what? If he proved yesterday that if he's given chances, he puts the ball in the back of the net. I mean, that finish, the couple of finishes that he made were great, you know, composed. You know what I mean? He put the ball in the back, and I like that about him. He was calm in that Ahmad set him up for the goal, and he just slotted it into the corner of the goal. I liked that about him, of course, guys. I really did. After associate season, Onana still the most clean sheets. I mean, he's brilliant. I mean, one of the most improved players, Paul, in this season has been Onana. In my opinion, I think he's been fantastic. He's not letting any goals in. He looks solid. He's practicing, and that's one thing I like about players. They practice their craft. You know, when they're making mistakes, they realize the weaknesses that they have, and they go out there and they improve them and they work hard. And that's what I want to see from the Man United players, of course. Players to work hard and players to improve. You know what I mean? And I think Onana's been one of the most improved players this season, if not the most improved player this season, of course. It cannot support the team in a loss. Do not celebrate the team. Absolutely, that's it. And we're going to lose games, guys. Don't forget, we're not going to win every game, of course, guys. We're not going to win every game. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Sanjay. How you doing? 13 likes only. It should go up. Don't worry about it. YouTuber on the trip. YouTuber on the trip, of course. It will go up, of course, guys. Absolutely, Brian. Absolutely. Terry, he is a Terry. He is, mate. He is. I mean, I know that for a fact. I've been on Terry Fleurs' channel 3 times. So I definitely know. Interested to see how we deal with Arsenal set pieces. Amarin kept the set piece coach, but took set piece control off him. I mean, Almirad is a genius, mate. Look, I'm jumping here, right? But I think Ahmad, basically, Amarim, sorry, it's a genius. I just think that he's going to be great for Man United. I really do. And you know what? I think he's going to develop a lot of these players into the players that we all felt they could be in the first place. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're looking at that bench there. You look at a bench yesterday, and it was a strong bench, and we still won 4-0. You know what I mean? We had the likes of Mount, Ugarte on the bench, Luke Shaw on the bench. You know what I mean? We still won 4-0. You know what I mean? That is positive as well, that our squad is looking good as well, of course. We need to be aware of Arsenal set pieces. They have been brilliant. Yeah, we have to be aware because, you know what I mean, they are practicing. They are pretty good at their set pieces. I got a feeling Maguire will stay until next season. I mean, I don't mind if he performs, if he's happy to be on the bench. I heard that he wants to have first team football. He wants to start. That's what I heard. So, I mean, he could leave the football club. He might not sign a contract. He might go to another club in Europe even. I heard he might go to Italy. That's rumours are Lazio want Maguire. I've heard about Lazio. I've heard about Juve wanting the Maguire as well. So he could go to Italy. He might go to Italy. So remember the way you heard it first, of course, guys. Remember where you heard it first. Of course, the only untouched position is Onana. Dallas showed again why I rate him highly. Did make one or two silly mistakes, but lose the wrong page. Just melted my ear when he changed to play. We need better than him though in an attacking sense. I don't think he's a left wing back. I think he's a right wing back going forward. I don't think he's going to take us to the level where we want to go. We're talking about levels. I don't think Dalot is a world-class defender, but he's young and he can improve. He is a good right wing back, right? I don't think he's a left wing back. He left a lot of space yesterday, which other teams of a better nature, including Arsenal, Liverpool, City, would exploit. We need a player to play in their correct positions and not shoehorn players into position. There's nothing wrong with Dalot as a right wing back. I mean, he's a great right wing back, but I just don't think he's suited for the left wing back, especially against teams like Arsenal. They would exploit that side, in my opinion. But you know what? As we said, it's a new dawn. It's a new day. This is breaking dawn, and we hope that, you know what, he does, you know what, become the player that we all think he can. He's still young. Let's not forget. He's still young. Of course, we need to address the right back as well. Sal Dalot is deteriorating in each game so far. He needs to raise his game ASAP. There you go. There's a difference of opinion. Of course, you know what? Every single one of those players need to raise their game. One thing I would say, we have to raise our game. We cannot start against Arsenal the way we started against Everton. Otherwise, we'll be 2-0 down quick time. Do you know what I mean? So we have to start the game quickly, guys. Quickly and fast and intensively. Of course, guys. Intense. I believe we might get a result. I hope so. Pepe, how you doing, my friend? Pepe Antonio, hope you're good. Welcome to the stream, you legend. Hope you're good. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new and smash a like on the video if you can do that. Thank you very much. I mean, I hope so, Pep. I hope so, my friend. I hope we do get a result against Arsenal. I don't want to lose to Arsenal. That's the thing, you know what I mean? We need to show something in that game. Big up, Michael. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Terry Flores is a United fan. Personally, so about a podcast is about team. I know personally he's not, though, Asif. I know 100%. Don't speculate. I don't speculate. I tell the truth. I gospel. You know what I mean? Because I know he's from my area. I know that. Absolutely. Paul, imagine if we win play at Palace, West Ham and Ipswich game. We have 28 points, sitting second in the table. I mean, imagine. It's mad, isn't it? You know, hindsight is a beautiful thing, isn't it? You know, when we're speaking about Man United, if we won. The thing is, right, it's that, Paul, it's the thing we have to win the games we're supposed to win. You know what I mean? And yesterday was good. But, you know, the likes of Ipswich, the likes of Brighton, the likes of West Ham, the likes of Palace, we would be right up that table right now, challenging for the league almost, wouldn't we? But the thing is, you know, you can lose the games against Arsenal and City and Liverpool. But if you're winning your bread and butter games, the games you're supposed to win, you know what I mean? At the end of the season, that's going to make a huge difference, isn't it? We're not doing that at the moment. But you know what? Yesterday it showed me something positive. It showed me something you know what, a bit more, you know, something to be enthusiastic about, in my opinion. Of course, Sani. Let's hope Dalot and Shaw don't get caught ball watching against Arsenal. We hope so. Dalot will play left-sided centre-back. I'm guessing, guys, he's a left footer. Martinez will be out the game. I'm hoping that, you know what, it will just drift Luke Shaw into that left-sided centre-back on the third left-back. He has played there for England as well. Let's not forget. I'm sorry I missed yours. No problem, mate. No problem at all, my friend. No problem. Big up Top Button. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you back, my friend. The team is chugging along nicely. Could be derailed at Arsenal, but they are a better team for us. They're just, they're just in a better, more advanced part of their development than us. That's it. And you know what? One thing about Arsenal is just that they're like, Ruben Amorim's just walked into the club. Arteta's been there 3 or 4 years, although they won nothing. You know what I mean? For us, need to keep working on chance creation and finishing. Without this, control is nothing. Yes, but yesterday, top button, I was happy with the ruthlessness, the fact that we scored 4 goals. It showed signs. It showed signs, but no doubt about it, we have to improve against Arsenal. That's absolutely correct. We have to start the game quicker than we started the game yesterday. Of course, guys, absolutely, absolutely. If I bring in this, guys, if I bring in the actual, let's get this up. Let's get this up. Okay. If I bring in the match player ratings, guys, I've got my player ratings here for you guys. Absolutely. Of course, I have. Here is the player ratings for the game, guys. Absolutely. This is going by my Twitter sphere, my Facebook account. Everyone who's been rating the players comes from there, guys. And this is how it resulted in. Anana got a 7. Lissandro Martinez got a 7.2. Delit's got a 7.3. Mazraoui got a 7.3. I mean, does Mazraoui get below a 7? Does he ever get below a 7? Do you think? Amad Diallo, 8.1. Absolutely incredible. Another performance from Amad Diallo. Got an 8.1 for me. Crossing, attacking, everything. Casemiro, just above average. Casemiro got a 6.4. Just above average. Kobe Mainoo, great to see him back in the team. Of course, got a 6.6 for me. I mean, he got back into the day. I felt he elevated. It was above, nearly a 7. Could have been a 7. Above average again from Dalot. He got a 6.5 playing left back position. I think he could do a lot better on the right back position. But Amad Diallo is playing there now. Of course, he will play against Arsenal. Dalot, I'm pretty certain about that. Bruno Fernandes is 6.8, almost a 7. Did okay, above average performance. But you know what? Not brilliant, not absolutely incredible, but it was a decent performance, to be honest. Of course, guys, that was Marcus Rashford, got 6.8. Sorry, 6.8 was for Marcus Rashford, and he had a good performance, in my opinion. 2 goals, a good performance. Other than that, didn't do much in the game, but that is the result that people have said. I think he got over a 7, in my opinion. I think he got over a 7, definitely, because he scored 2 goals, of course. Bruno Fernandes, 6.3, fairly average from Bruno, of course. But my man of the match was Xerxes. And the reason I give my man of the match to Xerxes, and other people around my Twitter sphere and my Facebook accounts have given the man of the match to Xerxes, is because, you know what, it's good for him. It's good for him. He's deserved that. He's deserved that, to be honest. He's deserved that little bit of break, you know what I mean, in the Manchester United team, and he took his chances brilliantly. That's why I give Xerxes. If not, it would be Ahmad. Of course, Ahmad was man of the match as well. 2 man of the matches for me, but you know what? I'm going to give it to Xerxes because I feel like that would do Xerxes the world of good. Xerxes is our man of the match, guys. Xerxes is our man of the match yesterday. Let's hope that gives Xerxes some confidence going forward, guys. Let's hope it does, given the confidence that he's going to need, of course. When we look at the substitutes, guys, I mean, basically, I'm giving Harry Maguire a 6.6. I'm giving Luke Shaw 6.8. Think he done fairly well when he came on. Of course, I'm giving Ugarte a 6.6, Garnacho a 6.6, and Mason Mount a 6.6. So that's above average. They done okay when they came on the pitch, but not absolutely fantastic. But you know what? I felt they did okay. You know what I mean? When they went on the pitch, of course, guys. But not, you know, you can't really judge people on the substitute appearances, of course, guys. In regards to Ruben Amorim's army, guys, it is an 8.0 for me. I'll give Ruben Amorim an 8.0. I think he was brilliant. His team selection, his substitutes, the way he reacted after the game, the press conferences, absolutely brilliant from Ahmad, in my opinion. I think he was brilliant. Amorim, in my opinion, I think he was brilliant. I think he was absolutely superb, and he conducts himself in such a way that fills us with confidence and fills us with, enthusiasm and hope. And that's one thing that Ruben Amorim does, because he's not getting carried away. He didn't say that we won 4-0. I'm so happy. He spoke the truth. And everything we could see in that game, he spoke about how we started the game. We were slow, etc., etc., etc. But those are the ratings for me for the game, guys. Hope you enjoy them. You can disagree. It's absolutely fine. That comes from the ratings of my polls I've been doing over the last couple of days, of course, since yesterday, of course, last night, of course. Asif, Brian, I big up. This is Asif, Brian. I'm in Blackpool, so I'm not watching football. You're always in Blackpool, Mark, mate. This is what Amorim said. Do not overhype the result at the point. Absolutely, we do not overhype. Absolutely. Big up, Sal. 3 games in, and we can see a clear pattern of play. We have a star strategy to 18 months, and Ten Hag could not do it. Ian. Ian, we're not talking about Eric Ten Hag here, bro. At the end of the day, Eric Ten Hag did have a style of play. This is why we came third in the league and won 2 trophies. It's the fact that we had 60-odd injuries last season and the off-field issues, which were a problem. Eric Ten Hag done a lot of good at this football club, and we wish Eric Ten Hag the best of luck. I know it hurts some people that, I don't like Ten Hag. You know what I mean? But let's leave it. Let's give him some. Let's be classy. No, because that's what Man United are about. Let's be classy, Ian, and we go on. We move forward, and hopefully this style of play that we saw. I mean, personally, I don't think the style of play is there yet. I think we're winging it at the moment. I think we're not quite there at the moment where we need to be, but we are getting better, and we need time. And you know what? We have to just be calm, and let's see what happens going forward. Of course, I am hopeful that Ruben Amorim, becomes our savior, because it's been too long since we haven't challenged for a title. We haven't challenged for a Champions League, of course. It's been too long, guys. We need to move on, of course. 10 to every player and Ruben. I don't think they got a 10. They were poor in the first half. There's nothing to dislike about Amorim. Arsenal is just consistent. They are not explosive. Amorim will have a game plan. He brilliantly caught out Doncic to get set defensive set up. Fan, love it, mate. Love it, brother. Love the comment. Yes, you're giving me confidence already, fan. You're giving me that confidence that I need, of course, guys. We do need it, of course, going into the Arsenal game. Of course. Since Ruben came, 2 wins and our striker scoring now. Xerxes 2, Rashford 2. Yeah, that's been happening. I mean, we scored 5 under Ruud van Nistelrooy as well. We were scoring goals under Ruud as well. Things are starting to get better. That's a good sign, Tizu. Absolutely a fantastic sign. I'm a bit more enthusiastic, of course. Since Ruben came into win, absolutely. Ian, I'm gonna hate, but I won't rewrite facts, mate. Rewrite facts. 2 trophies, 2 years. 2 trophies in 2 years. That's a fact. Came third. That's a fact. Brought in Mazraoui, brought in De Ligt, brought in Licha, brought in Ugarte, brought in, Højlund, gave Ahmad his proper real chance, brought in Garnacho, Mainu, So those are facts as well. Let's not forget, it is a double-edged, it is like a bit of a balance, isn't it? He's done things wrong, he's done things right. But you know what? It didn't work out for him. We move on to the I've spoken a lot of facts there. 2 trophies in 2 years. I'll tell you another fact. 10 years of disappointment. It's not all Ten Hag, isn't it? 10 years of it. At the end of the day, we've had 10 years. That's another fact, isn't it? 10 years we haven't challenged for the title. That's another fact. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to win the trophy. That's another fact. Even a great manager like Jose Mourinho struggled. That's another fact. At the end of the day, we can go on and on about it, of course, but we have to move on, of course, guys. Read my comment on Pep. It will answer many Ten Hag haters. Look at Pep. One injury. Look at Pep. Asif. One injury. Look at Pep. He's in the doldrums. We had 60 last season. 60. Let's not. Rewrite history, as we say. Of course. Pressing is not a style of play. There is just more intensity. This is what United plays as always to do. Absolutely, Absolutely. We have to wake up. We have to wake up to it. Exactly. I'm not going to be happy and totally in confidence with these players until I see it for a prolonged period of time. And I've seen us call it a challenge for titles, etc. Because I've read this book before. I said Groundhog Day. It's one of my favorite films. I've seen that film before. I've seen it before. We've done this before. So if we got to obviously do this consistently, if we can do this consistently, then I'll start believing, of course, guys. I'll start believing, of course. Let's hope that it is consistent. And let's hope this is the turn of the new page and a new dawn, a new day, a new life, of course. Of course. Absolutely. Let's hope it is a new turn of, obviously, Manchester United. And we're back to where we're supposed to be, guys. I've been a Man United fan nearly 40 years, guys. I've seen a lot of things. I've seen a lot of bad things. I've seen a lot of good things. Do you know what I mean? And one thing I've never done is lose hope. One thing I've never done is completely jump on one person or one player and stuff like that. I've always been a balanced person in regards to the way I look at things, because it's not always one problem in regards to the club. Man United have a number of problems, and they still have those problems at the football club right now. They have these problems. They've had these problems for 10 years, guys, 11 years. In fact, before Alex Ferguson left the football club, there were problems there that we can see back then. Man United won the title in 2013, but we weren't playing good football. We all remember that. Robin van Persie got us over the line. Scored a lot of goals. But we weren't playing good football where we got results. Since the Glazers come in, slowly been declining. But people talk about 2008, but that 2008 team was being built from 2003, right? And we didn't win the league for 2-3 seasons. You know what I mean? And then we ended up winning the league in 2008, becoming the best team in the world, winning the league 3 times in a row. Of course, guys. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, look, you know what? We can look at the past, but I always look at the past fondly because you know what? You don't know where you're going to, you know where you've been. I've always believed that. And especially in football, it's all about what's next. It didn't work. Okay, what's next? It didn't work. It's okay. What's next? And that's how my life has always been. What's next? It doesn't matter. I was in the music industry for 20 years, guys. You know what I mean? That song didn't work. Next. That song didn't work. Next. That works. Yes. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's how it does. Do you know what I mean? And that's how life should be. Don't dwell. Look to the future. So not about dwelling. It's all about looking ahead. You can't change the past. It's done. Whatever you think is done. It's done. And we move on. And we hope that in the future we will get successful, of course. Getting United, we've risen from the ashes. Let's hope so. Let's hope that this is permanent. We still pass the ball around at the back. Everton hard. We still play inverted wing backs. We still play wing backs. It's just the players didn't respond to Everton like they did. I mean, absolutely a fan. And we're not naive. We're not naive. We're going to be waiting and we're going to be seeing. We're on fraud watch. Fan. We're on fraud watch and we're going to support this, but we know what these players can do, some of these players. So we are on fraud watch. I know what Rashford can do. I know what he's done in the past. I know that. I know what Luke Shaw can do. I know he's done that in the past. Do you know what I'm saying? I know what these players can do. They've done it in the past. Done that many, many, many times, of course. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's have a look. Let's observe. Let's not get overconfident. Let's not get overzealous. Let's not get over pessimistic. Let's practice cautious optimism. But one thing is we're in a good place now. This moment in time, we're happy, right? We won 4-0, we're happy. But we see problems that are the same as the Eric Ten Hag problems, right? At the end of the day, right? But we're going to hope that this is a new dawn. This is a new change. We're not going to paint everyone with the same brush. We're not going to do that because football is different. You know, so Arsenal is our first major test, of course. It is early. I would have rather played Arsenal in a few weeks, not now. But, you know, it's a great opportunity for those players to show us what they're made of. Show us what your cojones is. You know, show us about yourself. Give me something. You know what I mean? Show me something. You know what I mean? And I want to see that against Arsenal. You know what I mean? Because that is the proper test. Some players, and that is exactly what Irfan is saying there. Some players, and I've been saying that for months, guys. You know what I mean? I've had this stream now, you know what I mean, for a long time. And I've been talking about this, preaching about this for a long time. Those players have been playing. A lot of those players have been thrown the manager under the bus, but they're not only Eric Ten Hag, they've thrown obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer under the bus. Leopards don't change their spots. Roy Keane said it many years, a couple of years ago, of course. Roy Keane said it. You know what I mean? Leopards don't change their spots. But you know what? I'm not going to mention nothing about that because that is done and dusted. And I'm going to give these players a chance. All right. I'm going to say, okay, guys, right. You know, you've done that in the past. You sacked so-and-so managers, but let's see what happens in the future. Let's see. You know what I mean? I want to see what you do in the future now. I'm not going to paint you every season with the same brush now. It's going to be different for me. You know what I mean? I'm going to see if you can change. And I'm trusting you to do that. But if this went to the court of law, those players will be guilty of charged. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if it went to court of law, based on evidence supplied. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we move on and we see what happens now. They got away with it. You know what I mean? They got the OJ Simpson lawyer. They got out of it. They got another chance. You know what I mean? And you know what? We move forward. And that's what it's all about. Hope the players' power is gone from the absolutely acid. And one thing I think about Ruben Amorim, he will delete that mentality, that culture out of our football club. Out of our football club. He will delete that culture out of our football club. I hope so. He gives me the aura. He gives me that air of confidence. That's what he does. He gives me an air of belief. You know, when he speaks, he gives me belief, of course. Is the game? I'm not in England, Michael. So I don't know if it's on TNT Sports or not. Oh, I know it's on Todd and BN Sports where I am in the UAE. Of course, guys, they don't show TNT in the UK in the UAE. They show the Todd Sports, of course. Quite correct, sir. Big up, fan. Big up yourself. You know what? You know, at the end of the day, look. You know what? I want us Man United fans to come on this stream right after we won a Premier League title, and I know it'll be buzzing. You know what I mean? I want us to be happy. I want us to be celebrating. And I was happy yesterday. And I'm still happy now. You know, but then we think about the Arsenal game and we think, you know what? Yeah, you know, this is going to be a hard game. You know, we move on to the next one. But I really do hope that those players show me something. I want them to show me something. I want them to go to Arsenal and do something. Show us. I'm speaking to them. Show us you can do it against Arsenal. Show us you can do it. Show us that, you know what, this new Ruben Amorim thing is a thing. I mean, I don't know about you. I read Rashford's comments after the game. I just feel like they're a little bit, yeah. They're like, yeah, like it kind of sounded like he's on trial, not you. He's on trial. Yeah, he's good. He's done some good things. Yeah, it's good so far. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like he's on trial when those players are the ones on trial. Those players. And the first major test, this is just an audition, right? Man United right now is an audition. This is just a test of those players. If they don't do the business, against Arsenal and they go in there, get slapped up, then we're going to see more fraud watch. I'm not going to get carried away because I know that those players are going to be out of the football club if they cannot step up. You know what I mean? And they have to step up now because at the end of the day, you know what? I'm happy that Rashford scored 2 goals yesterday. I'm happy that Xerxes scored 2 goals yesterday. But I want to see consistency in Manchester United. I want to see consistency. I don't want to see any more down tooling. I don't want to see any more disappointments. I don't want to see, oh, you know what? I'm not feeling this manager anymore. Let me just down tool. And Arsenal is the first test. I can't wait for it. I'm looking forward to it, of course. Always remember, failure is not necessarily bad, but an opportunity to improve. And we are definitely improving. Absolutely, Irfan. And sometimes you learn more about yourself in failure than you do in success, isn't it, Irfan? At the end of the day, you learn more about you. I mean, I've learned a lot about myself in failure. You know what I mean? I've learned a lot about myself in failure. I know I failed. Many people around the world, everyone fails sometimes. Do you know what I mean? And that's how you learn. It's like passing your driving test. You fail, then you pass. You learn from your mistakes. You learn. You know what I mean? And you correct those and you make those tweaks, of course, guys. And you make it happen, of course. We have got the team squad, but to beat Arsenal 100%. So let's hope. I'm a bit disappointed in Mainu's out and Licha Martinez is out, Brian. But you know what? It is what it is. We'll have to move on. We've got a squad there, so we should be able to compete against Arsenal. Personally, I don't think Arsenal is great as they are made out to be, but we're going to show them respect and we have to go there and we have to play to a level that, you know what, some of these players don't like playing sometimes, but they're going to have to do it, of course. Absolutely. Arsenal will focus on preventing United from scoring, so they will play tight at the back and try to dominate the midfield. Arteta knows what's coming. He does. But one thing is, I think Amarim's a better manager than Arteta. I do. I think Amarim's not a loser like Arteta. Arteta's the guy who bottles it in the last hurdle. You know what I mean? Even if it's an egg and spoon race, Arteta will bottle it in the last hurdle. I think Amarim will have his number. I hope so. But you know what? I would have preferred to play Arsenal in a few weeks than now because it is too early. We're playing a midweek game. It is under the lights. You know what I mean? I would have preferred it to be a little bit on a daytime kick or sometime in the future. But you know what? It is what it is. We can't change the fixtures. Of course, Arsenal play at home again. You know what I mean? Against Man United first again. Man United seem to play Arsenal away first every single time, of course. You know what I mean? We never seem to play at Old Trafford first. So, yeah, we played them. And then, look, I just fingers crossed and I hope. It's all about hope at the end of the day. Failure is the first step of having success. Absolutely, Asif. Exactly. And every failure is a new opportunity to improve at the end of the day. It depends how you look at it. Glass half full, glass half empty, however you want to look at it. You know what I mean? I look at it in the glass half full. I always do. That's how I've always practiced it. Glass half full, we move, guys. We move. Irfan, Arsenal is more under pressure than United and we will fall in our favour. I hope so, Irfan. I hope so. I hope Man United capitalise on it. Irfan, I hope Man United capitalise on it. I hope we go 1-0 up, 2-0 up, and we absolutely kill the game. We've been to Arsenal when we was expected to lose before. We've done the moonwalk at Arsenal, of course. Hopefully, we'll be doing another dance at Arsenal this week. Hopefully. I mean, I'm up for it. I can't wait for it. Let's move on and let's see what happens, guys. That's what it's all about, of course. Big up, LT. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Big up, Sal. As I said, the Arsenal game will be a real test to see if these players are really getting to the grips with the Amarim once. It's going to be the first real test, LT. Absolutely. The first real test of these players to actually show us that they mean business. And that's what it is. And you know what? I believe in them. I'm going to believe in them this time. I'm going to say, okay, I believe in you. There you go. I shouldn't, but I believe in you. Show me that you can go to Arsenal and do something because worse teams have done it. Jesse Lingard has done a moonwalk at the Emirates Stadium. We all know that. You know what I mean? Jesse Lingard. Do you know what I mean? Martial has done it at the there, isn't it? We've been to Anfield and won there with Juan Field, of course. You know what I mean? So we got a better squad now, a better team of players, in my opinion. So why can't we do it? I think we can. I think we have to believe. I think we have to be strong mentally. I think we don't succumb to the pressure of the crowd. The referee is one thing we have to be careful of. We have to watch out for the referee because nowadays, Man United, we have to watch out for referees these days, of course, because of the way they treat us. You know what I mean? That's the way they do, isn't it? At the end of the day. So we hope, we have our fingers crossed, of course, that game goes on. Yes, sir. Big up Fanactivate. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the stream, you legend. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing wicked. It's good to see you, mate. Good to see you on the stream again, of course. Of course. Guys, you know what? I've been out here. I've been doing a lot of things out here where I am in Abu Dhabi, of course. Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful score. Asna 1, United 2. I'm going for that, my friend. Absolutely. Asna 1, United 2. I'm going for. I'll take that all day long, my friend. All day long. That'd be absolutely fabulous if Manchester United had done that and won the game. But I mean, we're due to give Arsenal a good hiding. We're due to give City a good hiding at Etihad, and we're due to give Liverpool a good hiding at Anfield as well. Not to mention Tottenham in the Cup. We got a lot of games to come. That is going to be a big test, of course, guys. Asif, Arteta must be thinking about who Amorim will play, Xerxes or Rasmus. This is what Sir Alex was best at. Keep obsessing guessing. Absolutely, Asif. Great comment, my friend. Brilliant comment. The one thing about Amorim, we don't know what he's going to play next, what he's going to do next. Damn sure the rival teams don't know what he's going to do next, what he's going to play next. Damn sure they're not going to know. So, you know what? That's a good thing. In regards to Ten Hag, teams were leaking, this and that. People knew the squad, the team, hours before the game. That is a problem. Of course, we can't let that happen anymore. We have to be more stum when it comes to, obviously, team selection and leaks and stuff like that, of course. You know what I mean? But guys, you guys are absolute legends, of course. And don't forget, you know what? It's glory, glory, Man United at the end of the day. And we hope that we go on this run of 5, 6, 7, 8 games, 1 in a row. You know what I mean? What we used to do. Do you remember those days when we used to do that on a regular? We lose one game, then we're undefeated for ages. It's been a while since we've done that, isn't it? It's been a while since we've actually gone down that road and you know what? Won multiple games in a row. And I hope we can do that. What I know is that no player is guaranteed a starting place. Substituting is not about taking players off willy-nilly. Amorim is what I always said. A highly priced professional must perform in any setup. There you go, guys. And Irfan knows his stuff. Guys, balanced, not overly, like, you know, extreme. I love it. Big up Irfan, of course. Can you please transfer the message to Ruben? And I love him. I mean, I would try, my friend. I'll give him a phone call right now if you want. Absolutely, I'll give him a phone call. Absolutely. I've got people at Old Trafford. I've got people within the club that I can talk to and tell them to pass on the message, of course, guys. Absolutely. Yeah, I've got great things planned for this channel, guys. I've got some fantastic guests, including ex-players and stuff like that, coming on the show very soon, guys. And hopefully you guys will be involved in that. It's a process. It's a process. I'm a process. Ruben Amorim's a process. Man United are a process. Everyone is a process right now. You know what I mean? And we have to wait and see what happens. And hopefully it all gets together and we all are successful together as a unit, of course. Thank you, Sal. Great stream as usual. You are the legend, bro. So are you, Irfan. You are the legend. Of course, you're the proper legend, mate. Absolutely. You inspire me. And you guys, every single person here inspires me. And you know what? I hope that we can have some success because Man United deserves success. I agree with you in the refereeing because we should have had a penalty for a foul on Ahmad. Absolutely, guys. Do you remember that foul on Ahmad? I mean, how was that not a penalty? Can someone explain to me how that was not a penalty? How it didn't even go to VAR? You see what I mean? Imagine we lose the league. Imagine we don't qualify for the top 4 by 1 goal. You know what I mean? Ahmed, and we do a good enough squad to get a result against Arsenal. We haven't lost in 7 games, whereas City haven't won in 7. Absolutely. And where's the pressure on? Where's the pressure on Pep Guardiola? But we never went 7 games without a win, Sal. Loving it. Absolutely, Asif. Alex Ferguson never went 4 games lost in a row. He's beaten that record, Pep Guardiola. Alex Ferguson never went 6 games without winning in a row. He's beating that record. Absolutely, he's beating that record, guys. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. You absolute legends. Hopefully, I'll be back later on. I'll let you know. Keep your notifications on, guys. I'm still away. I'm still doing a couple of things over here where I am. And I'm obviously doing events and stuff and everything in between, working with a football team and stuff like that as well. So I've been quite busy, guys. Absolutely. You can just see the players were following Amorim's instructions after halftime. Absolutely, twice in a row. He done it against Bodo Glimt and they done it yesterday, of course, which is good management. Big up Avtagobler, blood. Big up Blue Monday. Big up Irfan. Have a fabulous day, my friend. I hope to see you later, my bro. Hope you're good. Have a great afternoon, evening, morning, everyone. And don't forget, it's glory, glory, Man United. Keep the enthusiasm. And we bring on Arsenal. Bring on Arsenal, guys. It's all about Arsenal next. We can do this. We can do this. Let's go, guys. Peace.